You must respect the religion of the individual. Take it easy. Agriculture that everything turned out fine. Let the well known outlook out on life. Always maintain a positive attitude. You should be fair to everyone, regardless of national origin, gender, or creed. Equality is guaranteed by the Constitution. He leaned against the fear and gave the Statue of Liberty. A woman passed by me giving off a subtle scent of his perfume. It reminded me of my ex-girlfriend. Not a smell awful, but tastes terrific. I'm soaked with sweat, stomach. You stink. Take a shower. Bob was so beside himself, but he could scarcely tell facts from fiction. His novel, which combines with his prophecy ritual poetry, is going to be published. A update of the ancient encyclopedia will come out next month. Meanwhile, translated a fascinating fairy tale into plain Japanese. The following passage was quoted from a well-known fable. Are you familiar with contemporary literature? I know next to nothing about it. At times, I confuse curve with curve. Don't be shy. Your pronunciation is more or less correct. This article contains tips for those who are eager to increase their vocabulary. Hidden little on this City Hall. They are fabulous beyond the description. Could you move over a little? Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was taking so much space. What this ugly object? This is a piece of absolute art. I begged little me lend me $100, but he shakes his head, saying I'm broke too. I'm not practicing by impulse whenever in something in sale. So am I. I did it. Only people cannot afford to purchase such luxuries. As you expected, unemployment risen 3 quarters in a row. After I calmed down on my expenses, so from now on, I'm going to keep talking of them on a daily basis. In any case, the Indian has a compromise to a certain extent. Content economists are great demand, so they earn decent wages. The president announced a concrete plan to carry out welfare reform. His policy will no doubt lead to dismal consequences. It needs a thorough review. It's got to be a sense that the aging of our society is inevitable. Political distrust is reflected within the development in only increasing in alarming rate. In business divisions, there are a lot of data which have been served for years. The population density of metabolism is gradually decreasing. In all likelihood, the process will continue to climb steadily for years to come. The panel supplies the remote county with electricity. You are not allowed to operate this device without permission. In fact, the inhabitants have been to the radiation workers and the climatic potential danger of the nuclear energy for years. Let's overlook the problem. But now, if anything, they are making too much of it. Out whether the carpet and grain, they found at the grocery store. The research institute was established in the late 1960s. Why don't they consult the same person? He is by far the most prominent attorney around here. I wrote it down just in case, because I have a bad memory. The lawyer convinced me the detective could take legal action against the insurance company. They are entitled to compensate their for injuries. So far, no less than 200 people have died of the flu epidemic. The effect has not been intense but brief. He had a habit of biting his nails. It's absolutely disgusting. My grandma threw her back when she bent down how my son. You have a stiffening. Try and have a ruiny. The medical breakthrough brought about the great benefit for humanity as a whole. You can't rely for currently technical cattle, let alone human beings. It's forbidden. Rather than classified as mammals. That theory emerges beyond will legal by my nation. The biologist is proud of his historic discovery and doesn't mind boasting about it. Oracle Gun, they are so opposed to so-called gene therapy. They have symptoms of disease of fever and a sore throat. The structure of the brain is complex owing to illness. Some representatives of outperformed with the annual conference. Little by little, my son is recovering from stomach cancer, but he's in good spirits. This is fake, isn't it? Hey, it's a genuine antique. No way. Anything else? That is, boy, here we to go. To go. How much is this, dog? $100 including tax. Okay, I'll take it. I cannot think those pants look good on you. Try these on. They're really now. He got out of the cabin haste, saying, keep the change. Delivery service available to its customers for a slight extra charge. It's on me. No, you treat me every time we eat out. Well, okay. Let's split the check then. While all hanging out at the mall, I ran into Ken. I was short of cash, so I'll do the $100 I had deposited in bank account last week. On our way home, she unraveled her purse. That all. Tell me how it happened. I'll explain it to you later. My parents gave me a 6 PM capsule with punishments because I broke my promise. As the proverb goes, the end justifies the means. Now that I found that there is no one to turn to, I had a sound on my own 2 feet. The chairman Academy was saying, time to wind things up. Let's take a vote. The extension from keeping the meeting. The consensus yet to be reached regarding this matter. Do you agree or disagree with him? I'm on his side. Strictly speaking, his view differs somewhat from mine. Could you go back again? I could make out what you're getting at. No one backed me at first, but eventually I took the government going along with my plan. Around my perseverance, courage, and wisdom, you flatter me. In making decisions, I'm not rely not on logic, but on instinct. He came up with an ingenious and sensible solution, and I need to put into practice. From a testing viewpoint, the former is inferior to the latter. Your ideas sound marvelous in theory, yet I don't think they were working in practice. We expected him to defeat his opponent, but he failed to live up our expectations. I don't think despite their best endeavors, their mission resulted in complete failure. Her genius makes up for lack of first-hand experience. She possessed a great capacity of overcoming any obstacle. Without your solid support, the deal would have fallen through. I'm grateful to you. See! Bringing from vitamins into the cabin is prohibited. Our flight to Vienna was delayed on the account of a minor accident. The plane blew up and plunged into the ocean, killing all the people on board. They're working around the clock, looking into the cause of the crash. Unfortunately, few passengers were survivors of the catastrophe. The aviation was analyzed statistics in detail. On behalf of the other staff, I'd like to express our sympathy for the victims. In a sense, is to blame for the disaster. The vehicles were inspected of defects in every 3 months. Cool. I was amazed to see that our utilities bills came to so much. Turn the faucet off, Mom yelled in a rage. Tighten the lid so the food doesn't go bad. Can I borrow your scissors? Sure, here you are. You can have some transparent glue for needle and thread. And then it's fabric shrunk. I'm getting rid of this leather jacket because it's worn out at the elbows. After some to the mission and it until become thick. Wash it with the leftovers. Keep them in the fridge for now. I'll heat them in the microwave later. I could already all that money on a new PC. But a second thought, I decided to put some aside for a rainy day. Cell phone had become some new necessity, and I can't do without one. No sooner had I sat back and relaxed when my mom asked me to the chores, to the baby down, lay down beside him. Put this stuff away. Eat it away. When a kid made believe they were dinosaurs, they were scolded by their mother. After he bumped in the shelf, the present was fell and shattered into fragments. KK or kids for a while, I need to pick up Ken. No problem. Our neighbor told us for making a mess in his yard. Don't really resemble her big sister in every way. You can't tell them apart. As a rule, twins have a lot in common. I'm tired of doing the dishes and doing the laundry and so on. My favorite pastime is strolling on the shore. It's pleasant. I'm exhausted. Let's take a break in the shade. Why not? Bob, this vending machine is out of order. Oh no, I'm dying of thirst. Invited the fun and her tea, but we came to after a while. 何の話？え ああ、もらえなかったんだ。なるほど。それはひどいわ。